Welcome everybody to tonight's stream of the Spartan and Asch Analysis Podcast. We bring you tonight our guest today, guest Rizzo.
What is up? I'm happy to be on the podcast. I'm looking forward to a good show. Just got done being ball hawking at the New Alexandria game versus the Cougars. That was a good game, I'd say.
All right. Well, first things that we're looking at today, while we're waiting for Spartan to return, is overall reactions to All-Star break and Series 5 Game 1. So, for some reason, everybody decided to play today. So, we got all of that done in one day. And every single winning team today was the visitor, which is interesting. Considering for the first series, the opening day, every single winner was the home team.
Wow.
And then to start off the second half, every single winner is the away team. Coming up tomorrow, games-wise, I believe Omaha and Boston is playing tomorrow. I know for a fact Charlotte and Gas City is not tomorrow. That'll be at 12 o'clock on Friday. But, yeah, All-Star break. So, we had, on Sunday we had the Home Run Derby, on Monday was the All-Star game, and on Tuesday was the Legends game. So,
can I talk about the Legends game for a second?
Why are you so quiet, Spartan? Speak up, dog. Yeah, you can.
Before I get serious about this, I'm just gonna put it out there. Legends game was just an excuse for AJ to be in All-Star break. You continue.
All right, but okay. So let's just start in chronological order. The Home Run Derby. Let me try to find my prediction bracket for the Home Run Derby and see how accurate it was, because I don't remember what my predictions were.
It was accurate, I think, but I lost.
All right, so okay. My ML side was actually exactly correct. Yeah, my ML side was correct. I predicted me going to the finals correctly. As for the rest of the RL, it was kind of shaken up because a bunch of the people got moved around because of 22's absence. But I predicted the finals wrong because I thought I'd lose. But I in fact won 20-19 in the final round against Darkar.
Didn't that go into like a overtime in the final round?
Yeah, we both went 430 and we both got 16. And then I hit 5 and he hit 4 in a bonus minute for the tiebreaker.
Yeah, that definitely came down to the wire in the final round.
Unfortunately, there were like 2 fans there to see it because apparently the Home Run Derby gets kind of boring after the first round. Yeah, we had like 20 to 25 fans for like the first round, and then the second round had like 10, and then the finals had like 6. So 3 to 6.
Because I lost in the first round, that's why.
What?
It was because I lost in the first round, that's probably why.
Yeah, it was because Doug and Spartan got knocked. Or right, did Doug get knocked out in the first round? I think he did.
Yeah, because he's an old dude.
Yeah,
he's an old man.
Doug is too old to hit dingers.
I gotta say,
can we talk about how like depressing that was to watch?
He almost did as bad as Anil's, and Anil's was only there because he had a singular home run and nobody else showed up.
Yeah.
How does the owner of the league, who's been here since season 1, almost lose to a rookie who's been here for like 5 games?
Essentially, yeah. But
you can continue.
Yeah, that's really all I had to say about the Home Run Derby. I mean, it was pretty cool, but nobody was there, so like, whatever. All-Star game. ML clapped RL to nobody's surprise. 6-0.
But it was also kind of a meme game.
Yeah, it was very much a meme game. But I think the best part of All-Star Weekend was the Legends game. Because
fortunately, I missed that.
Oof.
You got to see my favorite retiree right now, Broken Elias.
We got to see Keaton step back onto an RBC field.
He playing in RBC was the like most nostalgic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, basically. He went like
was
he went
played.
like 0 for 3 with a walk, and then like made like 2 errors in the field, but it was still great to see Keaton
I mean,
back.
so he was basically up to par before he left, right?
Oh
Same
yeah,
skill.
basically the same thing, you know?
Basically.
Yeah.
It was also
But
played at the legendary Goodwill Stadium,
Goodwill Stadium, the weirdest park in the RBC.
but also really cool in my opinion.
Yeah, it's interesting. Um, so the other dude, if y'all are wondering, is Guest Rizzo, aka Zach, aka RBC Zach Campbell.
Yes.
AKA the literal GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AKA maybe the second coming of Jesus.
But reactions for today's games. I don't think anybody was surprised by any of the game's outcomes today.
I think the hardest one to predict would probably be the last one today. That was probably the best game to watch as well. RBC versus NAS.
Yeah, definitely. That was a good game for what I saw of it.
You know, wasn't there 5 home runs that game?
There were a lot of home runs, yeah.
Yeah, and Zach Campbell got none of them. 3 were in the bullpen next to me, and I barely missed them.
Yeah, that sucks.
Unfortunate.
I tried to turn for you, dog, and it just wouldn't turn. But, you know, I'm sorry, buddy.
Going
And then,
down the line backwards, Omaha beat Boston. Not a surprise.
high scoring game.
Yeah, high scoring game though. Charlotte beat Gas City, again to nobody's surprise. Viva Dog made his RBC pitching debut through a 5-inning complete game shutout. Then West Virginia beat the Skyliners, again to nobody's surprise. However, that game got really close, and the Skyliners almost came back in the 5th to win it. Although the Mountaineers' reaction to actually winning the game was akin to seeing a team win a World Series game.
Oh my goodness.
Like they
Oh no.
they all ran up to the mound and started jumping around and dropping their tools everywhere. It was a sight to see for sure.
I bet it was for West Virginia.
Oh yeah. Just let them get their wins in while they can. They won't be seeing much more of them. Not at least not that I see. I don't think they play New York again. Let me check.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, the Mountaineers play the Spartans next. Then they play the Cougars. They play the Spartans, the Cougars, and the Spartans again.
Oh,
That's a big L for West Virginia.
tough.
I think in their last 7 games they're gonna go 2-5 at best. Either 2-5 or 1-6. Unless they change some serious things and somehow beat NAS for a game. But I don't think
Xavier goes Hulk mode.
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance that they'll beat Rock Valley, at least not in their current state, unless Spartan just kind of doesn't show up.
You know what? I'm gonna have Tornado JS pitch. That's it, dog.
Yikes.
Hmm.
Alright, so people are still bragging that West Virginia beat Charlotte, even though Charlotte's best players weren't there. I mean, good job. Congratulations. You hit a home run off of Squeaker in both games to walk off.
We was subs both games.
Yeah, it's
There's so many memes this season.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had a bunch of trades.
Recently.
I think the best meme this season has to be
What?
team hopping that's happened this season. That's a big meme.
What is?
Team hopping?
Team hopping. Okay, so Gulag's been on 4 teams, JS has been on 3 teams, and Squeaker's been on 3 teams.
Before the All-Star break.
Yeah, before the All-Star break. But, yeah, that's just oof. Big oof.
2 teams. He's been on 2 teams. My bad. He's been on 2 teams.
He's been on 2 teams, but he's been on West Virginia 2 separate times.
Back and forth.
Okay, whoever Ahmad Garrett is, please stop spamming. It's getting hidden. It's just kind of annoying because it's blocking my view. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove your chat access.
Ahmad What was I gonna say? Can we talk about some transactions though that's been going on in the league?
We got a bunch of thick trades going on. So, looking at the transactions channel, Charlotte trades guest Rizzo to RVC for a bag of Lay's barbecue trips and a McRib.
And that just rocked the world.
That's a W for Charlotte. Let's be honest.
I agree. That's a steal for Charlotte.
They got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, a whole McRib.
Can y'all not know that the McRib is like heaven's gift on earth?
Exactly.
Definitely investing in their short-term future.
Definitely, but
let's be honest here. What's gonna be more valuable in the end, the McRib or guest Rizzo?
I'm gonna have to go with the McRib.
Honestly.
Okay, but
yes, Doug, that trade is real.
Looking seriously at the transactions, going back to when I got back from my vacation, but right after our last podcast, I signed Jiff the Spider. A bunch of people were cut from West Virginia. West Virginia's just signed a ton of people and cut a ton of people over the last week. Cougars signed Carm after he was forcibly removed from another team. That's another meme this season, just getting forcibly removed from a team without your owner's consent.
Yeah, that's true too.
West Virginia traded a Neil 6 for Quiz.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You can see that either way. Quiz has not been batting as strong as he has in the past this season, but his pitching has been quite good. So that can be a dub or an L. Either way, it's just kind of shocking. Charlotte extended Guest Rizzo's contracts through Season 9. RVC extended Spartan's contract through the World Series and then says he's cut. Omaha signed some VX Alex. I don't know who VX Alex is. Is that somebody who changed their username?
I think he might have changed his name.
Hold on, let's just do a little Roblox stalking real quick. Search.
I'm gonna do that real quick. Me too.
It's probably one of those RVC kids from like Season 4.
Alex the Beast. I don't probably not know.
Alex the Beast? I don't know who that is.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, it doesn't really ring a bell.
Oh, Doug said he verified you. He said yes, it was. Yes, it is, Ash.
What is?
He's probably one of those kids from Season 4 that came back.
Oh. But the trade's not actually real, Doug. It's a joke. But he was Alex the Beast. Oh yeah, never mind. I remember that now. Okay.
Get some news real quick. The original owner for Boston is now back, and he is now signed for Boston.
Oh yeah, Arrow to God, formerly Jordan Robinson, I believe. Yeah, Jordan Robinson. Yeah. I remember him from Boston in Season 3. But
Pablo were Pablo and Carm were the three-headed monster of Boston before they got cheated.
Throwback to Season 4, but we don't like to talk about that here at the.
And not while Doug's watching.
Yeah, not while Doug42 himself is in the stream audience.
Talk about that.
As for people using the transactions for things that shouldn't be for transactions, kind of annoying me, but what can you do? You know exactly what I can do? I can go on the stream and I can say, team owners, for the love of God, stop using the transactions channel for announcing your trading blocks. If I have to, I'll make a trade blocks channel for the owners to see, but that does not need to be on transactions. Anyway, what's the next thing?
Oh no, we didn't finish going over the transactions, boss.
Oh yeah, transactions. West Virginia released another person. Boston traded Gulag and 2D model for Perkins and Vials. And then immediately after releases Vials. Which was certainly an interesting decision. I don't know why. I don't really know why they did that. So they effectively got Perkins for Gulag and 2D.
I'm missing a couple big names, by the way.
Where? Oh.
Gulag, basically for nobody.
Yeah.
And then they signed Tornado JS.
Yeah.
He signs Flacco after he was forcefully removed.
Another forcible removement.
Now him and Parker are teaming up at Gas City, maybe to pull up a late playoff run. They got Smiles. West Virginia gets Squeaker back, ironically.
Oof.
Time to Arrow the God, as said before. Jack Advisor, him.
Yeah.
The biggest hit of all, as we said before, Charlotte trades Guess Rizzo to RBC for a bag of Lay's chips and a McRib.
And the McRib. Don't forget the McRib. The
Don't
McRib is
forget
why it's
McRib,
worth
ladies
it.
and gentlemen.
All right. But I think we should start going into playoff predictions because
I think we should do that, and then let's move in. Let's hurry up and move into talking about Guess Rizzo about Zach Campbell.
All right, but so let's do the playoffs first. So first off, let's start with the ML. So we all already know the Cougars today were the first team to clinch. They are 7 games ahead of the Skyliners.
Yeah.
And the Spartans are 5 games ahead of them, which means the Spartans are 2 wins away from clinching. As for the RL, Charlotte, if Charlotte wins on Friday, they will clinch the first playoff spot in the RL. And if Omaha wins on Friday as well, then they will too. But if Charlotte doesn't win and Omaha does, then Omaha won't clinch though. It's kind of a weird situation. But my predictions for seeding wise is exactly how they are right now. The only one that I could possibly see flipping is Omaha and Charlotte, but Omaha, from what I see in the stats and what I've seen them playing, relies way too heavily on Crazy as a pitcher. Like Crazy and Ashton have had, I believe, 60 or 80, 70-ish% of their reps total, just the 2 of them, and their ERAs still are like 2, 2.25, and 3 3/4, as opposed to Charlotte, who has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pitchers that have ERAs under 1 3/4, and their innings are much more evenly split, which it's less of a sign of their pitching quality and more of a sign of their outfield quality. Omaha just seems to have a little bit of a problem with their outfielding, but it seems like it could be something that could be easily fixed.
They also don't have like the best reliability and depth.
That's true.
Yeah. But Omaha has quite an easy schedule ahead. It'll really just be what happens in Series 7 when the 2 teams play each other. Because last time they played, Charlotte swept Omaha, but that was in Charlotte. So we'll see how they play at Flyers Park in Series 7.
Yeah, and AJ was also coming off like being inactive, but he did make the second game.
Yeah. As for the 4 seed teams right now, both of them are 1-8. Okay, so New York is 4 games back right now. They need to get some stuff together. They need to win their next game, and they need to stop losing. Because if New York loses more games, then they're done. Like,
what if New York just like breaks down Nas, just destroys them?
If New York loses their next game, they're done basically. So they need to get something to work against the Mountaineers and cut their lead down to 3 games.
I'd say if they want to beat the Mountaineers, I'd say they want to do it like in statement fashion. Like make a statement win so they know they're looking forward to their next games.
Yeah. As for Gas City and Boston are much closer. Instead of being 5-4 and 1-8, they're 3-6 and 1-8. And yeah, but Boston has 4 games remaining against Charlotte. Like, let me check. Boston plays Charlotte in Series 6 and 8. And then they play in Series 7. The 2 teams play each other. But in Series 8, Gas City plays the Cougars. So that's going to be pretty rough for them. So I think Series 8, Boston and Gas City are both expecting to be swept, probably. At least the way their teams are looking so far. So if Gas City wants a chance at making the playoffs, they're going to have to win a game against Charlotte or Omaha, and then have a tough series against Boston. Because even if they sweep Boston in Series 7, they still want to win at least one other game so that they are like guarded against Boston winning again. because I don't know. It's
Do
already
you
a
think
pretty difficult
Flacco?
situation.
Do you think Gas City acquiring Flacco, they will be able to playoff spot?
I don't know, man. Like their rosters are not looking too tight right now. Yo, what the fuck happened with what happened to the stat
Oh,
sheet?
Oh, can't say
Ah!
that.
oh.
What happened
Can't
to the
say that.
stat sheet? Who changed the stat sheet? Was it Doug? It was probably Doug. Doug,
Come on.
hold on.
Come on, dog.
Doug, you took out the team totals tab.
Was it Doug or was it Karn?
It was Doug.
Can we? I don't like Doug anymore. Doug is a racist and hates me so much, and I hate him so much.
Yeah. Shame on you, Doug. It's legit still
Shame on
there, it just
Doug.
says. Not on the
Doug hates
RL,
black.
not only on the ML half. It doesn't exist anymore on the RL half.
Facts.
But
Wow. Let's move into talking about Zach Campbell.
yeah. RBC Zach Campbell.
One question I have for you is how did this come about? How did this idea get established?
Yeah, so in last season, season 7, I started coming to games just at ball hockey. I got gloves from the players. I got connections with them. Then I just started ball hockey. I first started just sitting on the foul sides getting toss ups, but then my breakout game was it was like the last series before they just went straight to the World Series that season. It was Omaha at New Alexandria in MetLife, and I did a full Zach Campbell game there. I attempted recording it too, but that didn't work anyways. But my big play that's also on one of RBN's videos of the games was I caught Darkar's home run on the fly in my seats there, and that really was breakthrough for me. And I started to start Zach Campbell career after that and start making videos.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, Ash.
No, then you go ahead.
Another question. Where for all the other ball hockey fans out here, have you found like either a strategy or a nice spot where most home runs tend to happen?
So I usually sit in the outfield, which is most of the times. I always sit in seats favorable for righty hitters to hit home runs too, because I feel like there's more righties than lefties. But they're also as good on my lefties. It depends on who's playing and if I know which way they're batting or not. But I'll usually sit around left center field for home runs because that is what I prefer as my best spot. And for ball hawkers, if you want to get gloves, if the ball hawk gloves aren't getting in, I'd recommend coming to the game early to where you could try asking a player for a glove and you won't like interrupt their game, because if you do it during the game, that's like they have to reset when they have their name and stuff. But yeah, so if you want to get home runs, yeah, the best spots are probably left center field or right center field, because those are the most common places for players to hit if they aim. If not, they'll probably hit center field. But yeah, that's my main tip on that.
So
Okay.
what's your favorite park to ball hawk at?
Yeah, so I haven't got to all of them. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do anything at Wells Fargo Park at least until after season 9 for the foreseeable future. And I like that park too, especially with the new park they have coming out. But so far, I've been to, actually, let me pull up the stadiums real quick. I've been to MetLife Stadium. I've been to Flyers Park. I've been to JetBlue Park. I've been to Bayside Park, and I think. Oh wait, I've also been to the Suncrest Field. And out of all those parks so far, my favorite one is MetLife, just because I've had the best luck there. That's where I caught my one home run on the fly, and it's also just a really nice stadium. It's a great fan experience. The tickets are really well priced stuff. But yeah, I'd say MetLife's probably my favorite from a ball hawking standpoint, because they also got good right field seats too. And if you get there for batting practice, you probably get balls.
What's your least favorite stadium? Okay.
I had to think. Of all the ones I've been to, even though I like Bayside Park,
Let's say.
I don't know. It doesn't have the best. It doesn't
Oh
have
God.
the best. Well, actually, I could rephrase on that. It's
Yeah.
either Bayside Park or Flyers Park of all the parks I've been to. Oh wait, I totally forgot. Suncrest Field, those bullpens, they really eat up a lot of the home runs.
Yeah.
And that's really hard for me too. So I don't know. I'd actually say it's probably Suncrest Field.
Let's go. Let's go.
Suncrest Field is one of those parks that you either love it or hate it. It's kind of like Union Port in that regard, but most people either love Suncrest or hate Suncrest.
I think it's a nice park and stuff. Literally, if the bullpens were just not in the way they were, I'd love that park. I mean, they have so much seats, and a lot of home runs get hit there too. But those bullpens are just game changing.
Yeah. All right.
More question. I have a question for you, Rizzo. Um, most memorable either one experience, which is probably the catch by dark art, but try to pick one besides that, and one maybe your most have you gotten a piece of merchandise, maybe like a bat or a glove or a signed ball or something from a player that's like the most memorable.
Well, I have to default to this most recent game tonight, post game. I had like, 3 players come up to me, all from Rock Valley. It was Spartan himself, Darkar, and JS. I've all gotten memorabilia from them. JS actually given me multiple memorabilia. So, yeah, that's probably a big memory. I love when I get stuff from players and stuff, and because that I keep that, and it's really nice for me. So those are probably my main memories.
All right.
Well, what about ball hugging wise? Like any big home runs that you caught besides the dark art one? Or
I haven't been had a lot, but probably at Suncrest. In season 7, I did get a home run, not on the fly, but it was hit to my seats, and there wasn't a lot of people there, so I was able to get it. So that was my only other home run to date so far.
wow.
Hmm?
This season home run derby. Um, We're able to get a ball honking a lot, but did you feel kind of like honored that you paved the way for so many ball hawkers that were out there that day?
Yeah, I love that. I'm kind of creating a movement, and people are starting to want ball hawk gloves, and I think I love that. And I did invite a couple of people out to come to the home run derby, and they were all there in the first couple of rounds, and then of course it died out afterward. But yeah, it was fun in the home run derby. And even though I was in it, I was able to get some stuff done, catch some balls. So yeah, I
All
got my
right.
sister here in the background.
All right. So we've
Um,
got about 5 to
One last question. Sorry,
one
quick
last question.
question.
Okay.
Which player do you think is the best to catch home runs off? Like either like let's say probably someone like Doug, probably who's smacked a lot of home runs. Maybe you Darkar, who do you think maybe in your whole career of ball hogging has been that one guy who's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get a home run off this guy.
Well, Doug. The thing with Doug is he's more lefty than anything. So unless I'm going to be scaling in right field, I can't get a ball off of him. But Dar, I know a lot of people in Rock Valley. Rock Valley's probably my friendliest ball hawking team. They know I have connections with him, and they will actually try to hit home runs to me. Kind of like tonight, they tried to. They just came up short. But main people are probably like JS, Dar, and Spartan.
All right,
All
go ahead,
right.
Ash.
So we got a couple more minutes left. So we're gonna open up for chat questions in our last like 7 minutes.
All right.
So hit us with what you got. The 12 people in the audience.
Ooh, I avoided it, Ash. I have not said it yet.
Good job.
I'm gonna be
Mr.
a good boy today.
Mr. Panda Gaming says, "Hey Ash, how's it going, Mr. Panda? Which one are you? Are you the original or are you the brother?"
Brother, is he Mr. Panda Bro or Mr. Panda XDXD?
But it's Mr. Panda XDXD's bro.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Tristan Pellinger says hello.
Oh, so this is the original Mr. Panda.
Oh, this is the GOAT. Spart, this is for you. What do you think about Twitter.js and you to Zach? As in, like, what is that referring to? But, like,
All right, here's a more
oh,
interesting
okay,
question.
okay, okay. So, what do you think about my home run, your home run to you and Zach? So basically, what he says is that he doesn't want to hear from his brother.
Essentially, but I think we
I
should.
think.
Okay.
Let me ask the kid's question. I think that it was a big breakthrough moment, especially being a new team. But I think especially that you have to show that every game. Like, just you still went 1 for 3, which is which is all right with a home run, but be there consistently for the team is one thing, especially me as your coach. I want to look for. I want to see you making plays in the outfield, and not only but just about batting balls, but good job today.
All right. So this is a good question from Squeaker. Do you think if West Virginia patches itself together and fixes management problems and chemistry, they can maybe have an upset over NAS in the postseason?
Ooh,
Huh. Maybe? I don't know.
go ahead, Ash. I should take that.
Here, let me look at their roster right quick. So they got on their roster Squeaker, Gentle, Speedy, Bandit, Quiz, Seam, ATM, Quiz, Panda, and Xavier. I don't know. So one thing you got to look at is team ERA and batting average. The team ERA of West Virginia is 2.325. NAS is 2.162, which is actually pretty similar. Like, they're pretty close when it comes to ERA. But then batting average. West Virginia as a team is batting 238. NAS is batting 548. That's a substantial jump. It's really seeing if West Virginia's defense can hold up against NAS. Like, I think if they can get an all-star outfield going, they have a chance. But NAS has 2 players with 4 home runs and 6 players with home runs. On the other hand, West Virginia has 4 players with home runs and a total of like 5. Just lots of or a lot less hitting coming from this West Virginia team. When it comes to defense and fielding, they're pretty well matched, but not when it comes to hitting. So I think
Let me just say, don't forget in that series one, West Virginia almost came back and won the
yeah,
game, and they made a final run. So it's not impossible for them to beat NAS.
it's not impossible, but they're just gonna have luck on their side, and they're gonna have to make rallies work. Because with a team that has such a low batting average, I speak from experience. Charlotte isn't at the top. You have to get the runs, and you have to take them. You have to take advantage. You can't go first and third with 1 out and just not get a run. Like, you have to score whenever you can. But yeah. Any more quick questions? Home runs don't matter. Okay, that's cool.
Hey, home runs matter.
Home runs do
Represent
matter.
that camp.
I'm not saying Xavier. I'm not saying that Xavier. Oh yeah, one thing. We hawk.
Is a
We
god.
hawk is a god. I was dared by him to say his name 20 times on the stream, and there you go, I just remembered. But yeah, any quick questions before we finish this stream up tonight? How do you think of my pitching debut? Says meme. I didn't see it. I don't know how it went. So like, it, if I didn't hear about it, that means it was probably pretty okay. So congratulations. I've heard from you before you're gonna start a continuation league. Maybe. Me and AJ are in talks. It's a maybe at this point. So if there are no more quick questions, I think that'll be it. Anything from you two guys? Who do you think the World Series game will be? Not the World Series game. I think the World Series, at this point, it's looking like Season 6 matchup, Charlotte versus Nass. But
Yeah.
we'll see as the season continues.
I think
So,
the only options are either Charlotte versus Ness, Omaha versus Ness, Charlotte versus Rock Valley, or Omaha versus Rock Valley.
yeah, those seem to be the two, or the four options. There's a potential RVC can't play Nass in the World Series, Chief. They're both in the RL. But yeah, I think that'll be all for today. Be sure to leave a like on the stream, subscribe to the RBN if you aren't already, and we will be back on Saturday with... Actually, I might not be here on Saturday. So either Friday or Saturday for the next podcast. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.